Hi! Animation World, like most companies, recognizes the month of October as Disability Employment Awareness Month. But after hosting our D&I keynote speaker, diversity consultant, inclusion coach Christopher Coleman, we learned some valuable information when it comes to disability etiquette. Our October event was also a perfect time to recognize and acknowledge ableism within Animation World. If you're unfamiliar with the term ableism, here's a definition. Ableism is discrimination in favor of able-bodied people. Yes, ableism in the workplace is real, and it carries a very negative stigma in the diversity and inclusion field. 3 questions stood out while discussing ableism with Christopher. 1. How can we include individuals with limitations? Answer. We have to realize, with one wrong move of a vehicle, one wrong step, or a sudden illness, we all can become what the world calls disabled. But that sudden disability doesn't disqualify you from life. You will still be left on Earth with a heart, a mind, and a soul with feelings, emotions, and thoughts. Those remaining qualities and characteristics are your contribution to society. Recognizing that is the first and most crucial step it comes to when including a person with a limitation. 2. Why do we sometimes feel it's okay to exclude individuals with intellectual or physical limitations? Answer. There is a fine line between compassion and ignorance. We are taught at a very early age not to look at a person with a physical difference or expect a person with an intellectual disability to have the capacity to answer a simple question like, "How are you?" Every person with an intellectual or physical limitation is in a unique situation. His or her limitation may not affect them the same way it affects another person. We sometimes feel it is okay to exclude them because of our ignorance. We assume all people with limitations have the same degree of limitations. We must understand we all can learn something from each other if our minds are open. 3. How can we give them an opportunity to demonstrate their gifts? Answer. It's not a person's limitations that make them dysfunctional. It's society's response to their limitations that disables them and opens the door to a handicap mindset. We must open our minds to customized employment. A person with a limitation may just need extra time, personalized technology, or a modified environment to achieve his or her task. We invited Christopher out to speak to our organization about disability etiquette, the do's and don'ts. With humor, knowledge, and grace for our ignorance, Christopher helped the staff of Animation World understand a little more about individuals with physical and intellectual limitations. He had much more information to share on this topic. I recommend him as a keynote speaker, consultant, or leadership coach in the D&I field. Call his assistant Tony at 770-294-0860, or you can email him at christopher@christophercoleman.net.